driver's license. The first thing I want to do is till you get comfortable in the car. This is going to be an evening or night drive. It's going to be a little bit hard to see. The information I'm going to give you is definitely going to help you. You want to frame the rear window in the mirror so you can see. And that's really important because we have good eye movement and be able to see. And then next, we want to adjust the mirror to the left. We got to look straight ahead, frame a little bit of the car. You want to see the door handle down at the bottom of the corner of the mirror. The passenger side, you want to bring it up, and you want to see a little bit of the corner of the door handle in the left side of the mirror. All right, as you can tell, this is definitely a low light situation, so we're going to try to give you as much quality and value as possible. Okay, we're going to put the car in drive. You put your foot on the brake, and we're going to go through some roundabouts, some other areas to help you really become your best driver. If you have questions, go ahead and put those in. We got a low battery on the camera here, so I'm trying to do the best I can. And first, I want to thank you, those of you who purchased a couple of those digital products. I'm really trying to bring you value, and we partnered with Stand Store, so we all need help. I'm not a digital marketing specialist. I'm an instructor. I'm a coach. I'm a dad, okay? So we all need help. So it's okay if you need help. I want all of you to know this. I'll be going into training with a digital specialist that I saw there live. So when you're driving, if you need support, sign up for a coaching session with me through my Stand Store. Also, we have some digital products, how to pass your road test, how to pass your knowledge test, and we will be putting more in. So let's talk about this. We're going up to a roundabout. So we have to turn on our right turn signal, yield to traffic, and go up to the edge. And we're squeezing our brakes. And then we look, thank you for the thumbs up. We pause, and then we go in and all the way around. I've had a lot of clients here who almost literally go off the road to hit the curb to the right. So my day has been, because I'm a state certified instructor, I'm in the Midwest, I've worked about 8 hours today. And when I got up, I saw the sun rise. And when I'm done, I saw the sun set. So my day is long, but I take you through this journey to let you know that people around the world are working hard for you. And I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. So look, we have a double yellow. This means you can't pass, right? We're in North America. Double yellow's on the left. And then we have the white line. The white line is on the right. This is marks the right edge of the road. So if our car broke down, we could go off to the edge of the road, way, way off, and do necessary repairs, turn on your four-way hazards. The speed limit here is about 45. And because this road is so dangerous and curvy, it's really hard to see. And it does give beginners some challenges. And I always try to show you the real truth behind driving. I don't lie to you. I tell you the truth. My life is an open book. And I really want to help every person I can achieve independence and freedom. And that's what you're going to get when you get your license. You got to go through some tests. I do tutorials on those. I teach segment 1, segment 2. I do the knowledge test. Some states is 100 questions, and my location is 80 questions. Segment 2 consists of 3 days of class and in-person tests at the end. And then we turn all this stuff into corporate, and then corporate puts it in the digital files. And then within a week, students will have their segment 1, segment 2. If you're over 16 and have 50 hours and you have all of that time within 6 months and you pass your segment 2, you're ready to take your road test. But also, if you don't practice parking, merging on expressway, 3-point turnarounds, defensive driving, you won't ever get your level 2, and you won't be on to get your full graduated license. A lot of states and municipalities in the United States have a graduated licensing system. So it's designed for casual driving, not professional, because all of our beginners are casual drivers. They're not professional drivers by any means. come up and stop, and then I make my turn. And the biggest thing I can say now, and you can see it's at night, but I turn the brightness down. My battery could also be dying too, so I'll try to just give you as much quality as I can. It's harder to see at night, so you have glare. I'm gonna pause, and then I proceed. So you want to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable. This car is a 2010 Impala. It's an older vehicle. The headlights wear out, so it's not as bright as I would like it. So it's really hard to see. So it's called visual acuity, and that's how well you can see. I mean, if I'm using a lot of terms you don't know, just let me know, and maybe that might be time for you to purchase your digital driver's education guide, because these are the terms that instructors use, road testers use, and you need to become familiar with this vernacular. This time of the evening can be dangerous. You could have animals coming out, senior citizens, no cap. In fact, a senior citizen, we were driving near a post office. I don't know if any of you guys know what that is, because you're younger. If you know what a post office is, put yes in the chat. But an elderly lady just made a left turn right in front of us. And I told my student, you better be careful, because it's 10:30 in the morning, and those of you who are under 21, you're not out. You're either at school, community college, or home. And she turned right in front of us. She was about 80 years old. So you really have to be aware of your environment. And your environment dictates how you drive, what you look for. This particular road, it's a very fast, curvy road. I'm at about 50. That's the speed limit here. I'm only operating on about 6 hours of sleep, so I'm a little bit tired. But I always will speak truth to you. And we've been driving long drives. My eyes are a little bit dry. I'm not tired, but I'm starting to feel a little bit fatigued. And so when you feel like that, you really got to be careful. And if you're really that tired, you've got to pull over and get a rest. Good speed control is vital to learn how to drive. We have two instructors. One tells the students to drive 5 under, 10 under. That really, I think, puts us in danger of slamming brakes, because beginning drivers already drive 5 under, 7 under, 9 under, okay? So if you're telling a new driver, adult or teen, it doesn't matter, to drive very, very, very slow, you're putting us in danger. And then I noticed when I was driving my group, they were just driving different. So I had to have a conversation. And I think it's good. Typically, I drive 36 students. I would drive 26. My backup driver would drive 10. Okay? And there's a shortage of instructors across the country. And a lot of schools and communities are fed up, because driver's education should be funded with public education money. I'm not getting into a discussion about Donald Trump or Doge, but I think driver's education should be at the high school level. They should be taken as a class, maybe 10th grade, 9th or 10th grade, get them in, train them, and then they're driving in the 10th grade year, early 11th grade year. But if the grades are bad and they're in trouble, then they don't get it, okay? Because I've been on both sides. I've worked for the juvenile criminal system. I've driven, it's like these cars pulling out, so dangerous, okay? Dangerous. And this is a Tesla, and I'm not mad, but it's just kind of dangerous, man. Okay, and I'm not against technology. I love it. We were moving about 55 or 60, and that car just pulled out into the gap ahead of us. That's really dangerous. So I'm just pointing it out to you. You don't really see it like I do, but I'm going to tell it to you. But I think driver's education should be I'm going to talk to you. Driver's education should be in the public schools. Okay, I've done it in public and in private, different companies, because a lot of people can't afford driver's ed. And then you have 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds, or 19-year-olds. When they graduate, they've timed out of traditional driver's ed, and then they go to the state, and some states require you to train with someone 21 or older, and your 21-year-old son or daughter doesn't want to train their sibling. And mom and dad, you don't want to train them either. I'm going to go in slow. And I'm showing you how dark it is, right? This is low light. Definitely very, very low. And this is really hard for people to see. It can be very peaceful at night, but also very intimidating. I'm hoping you can see this. I'm going to clear this lens off. It looks a little bit better. But you don't see a lot of people over 60 or 70 out this time of evening, because the vision is definitely an issue and they just can't see. And I'm not capping on our seniors. I'm just being real with you. And I look at data. And then, of course, cataracts is a hardening of the lens. And that runs in my family. My grandmother had it. My mother had it. I did not have it. It skipped me. It skipped my brother. So either my son will have it, he's still young, or my daughter will have it. So you have to watch those generational deformative diseases such as cataracts or diabetes. What is going on here? Wow, that's crazy. So you saw what people are doing. You have to expect the unexpected. So I'm trying to maintain about 45 or 50 and trying to keep space. I say have good speed, good space, and a smile. And that's what you should have. Typically, when we drive students, we give them an evaluation sheet. What am I looking for? Good lane positioning. Can the driver maintain lane positioning? Field of vision. Are they looking left, middle, and right? You can't see it in here, but I'm checking my rear mirror. I'm looking to the left. I'm looking to the right. I see this car closing in on this car really fast. You saw the brake lights pop on, so they're not paying attention. And a lot of people have tinted windows. I'm not against tinted windows, but you lose a lot of your vision at night, and it's harder to see. Next, decision making. Can the driver make a safe decision in fairly congested traffic, meaning keeping good speed control, keeping good distance, picking the correct lane? We're one of the two middle lanes, smooth, as you can tell. I can see traffic to the right of me. I can see the semi-truck. Are they going to hang around the semi-truck? There are 4 no zones. Left side, left side, right side, front, and back. And a lot of my students are so scared of semi-trucks, they're just scared to pass them. And I understand, because I teach adults. And I'm sympathetic. Is the student going to run a light, speed up through a red, run it, slam brakes on a late yellow? Are they going to go through yellow and red lights? I try to teach students to make good decisions. If you can stop safely in 3 seconds, you need to do that. We had a state police officer on one time during COVID, and we were teaching class, and he was giving us knowledge bombs. Okay? And human life is worth more than animal life. We don't veer for deer. I'll say that again. We don't veer for deer. Hey, if this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to get 10 thumbs up. We have 1. And if you feel this value, you'll give it a thumbs up. If not, you'll be like, nope. Okay, I'm trying to maintain speed. We're losing some of the speed limits 50. I'm at a slow 40 because the flow has slowed down. Okay, let's talk about this. This is very compact right now. And a lot of people just get very irritated and they'll just speed up and tailgate or cut off cars. Now the flow is picking up again. Does the student recognize the traffic environment? Okay, and this is why, and I'm pushing the stand store, this is why you need to click the link in my bio and look at one of these digital products. The prices are going to go up on Friday because we're updating all the products in the stand store. Stan says, and this is recommendations, I'm not a digital specialist. I'm in education, I'm a driver's ed instructor, and I do social media. The stand store, we partner with them to do digital products, coaching sessions, and mastermind driving classes. And we're going to do the mastermind drive class, but I have to go through training also myself to learn how to put these programs together. And that's going to be about $479 to be coached, to be trained, and then I can offer you value. And that's what I want to do, is offer you value when you decide to purchase these digital products. You got to invest in yourself. And that's what I want to remind all of you. You're watching this because you want to learn how to drive. You like cars. You are getting value from me. So I'm spending a lot of time putting together these digital. I have about 5, and I need to get them out to see if you guys are really interested. I put a survey on the community page. I would really appreciate, once this is done, that all of you go to that community page and pick what product that you really think resonates with you, and then I'll put that together. I don't want to put together 10 or 15 products and they don't sell, because that's a lot of work and I got to use data. So I'm looking at what titles and videos resonate with you. I'm looking at my data and my analytics, and then we're putting together all the instructors talk. We're getting some ideas, we brainstorm, we write them down, and then we put them in the computer, and we put together a 10 to 25 page document that will help you pass your test, reduce anxiety, and then we're going to be putting together some videos too that are exclusive, and you'll pay for that, where you'll see me, inside view, parallel parking, outside view, parallel parking, aerial view, parallel parking. We're just waiting for the drone to come. So we got a lot of surprises for you guys, and it's got to bring you value. And if it brings you value, you'll say, man, I got to order this. So we had a person order today one of our digital products, and I got a message straight to my phone. So I want to say thank you for that. We're going really slow around the curve. We're just taking our time. And this is low light. And then, of course, the light kind of blends in and it's hard to see. So if you are a person who has difficulty learning or anxiety, we're going to be putting together some ebooks for you. And you just have to look through and find what resonates. I'm going to go up and check traffic. It's green. Okay, I'm going to go through. Always look. Don't assume anything. Good. I'm going to make a turn in here. Then you can see me. See this person right here walking. What they're doing. All right. So whenever you're driving or teaching someone, you've got to prepare them for the experience of getting on the road. It can be very overwhelming. And I think a coach is extremely important. A coach who's going to be patient with you, who's going to offer you suggestions, who's going to actually train you. A lot of driving companies just take your money. I was watching someone who was commenting they got charged $60 for 45 minutes. You're not learning. Okay, you got to bring someone value. And when you bring them value, they're going to really connect with you. And I want to bring you value and connect with you and help you. And I think it's really important that you continue to learn, ask questions. And when you learn and ask questions, you're going to learn how to drive, how to prepare for your knowledge test. So look at the stand store, sign up for a coaching call if you're serious. A lot of people have looked, but you're not really serious about driving. If you're serious about driving, you'll order some of those digital downloads, how to pass your tests, how to pass your knowledge test, how to pass your road test, and you will also sign up for a coaching call. What do you get with the coaching call? You're going to be talking to me. I'm a state certified driving instructor. Once we get on the line, I'll show you my state ID number because I am a certified instructor. I'm not some random that's saying, hey, let's go driving. I am certified. And I've been certified for over 24 years. Every 2 years, we have to go through a professional development, background check, physical. Then you take your professional development classes, you take your physical, you turn in all this to the state, and then within 2 weeks, they send you a new certificate that is good for 2 years. So I actually have to be licensed in order to teach adults and teens. And then we're looking to get into perhaps doing adults, where we would pick them up, drop them off, get them to the Secretary of State, get them to their road tests. So there's a lot to consider and there's a lot to think about. So if this sounds appealing to you, you need to be following, subscribing, looking at all the videos. And if you're really serious, sign up for a coaching call. And I'm still learning about the digital marketing part and the stand store. I'm putting in what I think based on my analytics from my channel. And if I put together a video that gets a lot of views and titles and comments, that must be something that people want. And you got to really deep dive all these videos. And then when you leave comments, I do look at them. And then I'll reply. I think I replied to like 50 comments yesterday. And that tells you that I care. That tells you that you are valued. And if I didn't get to your comment, don't worry. I will get to your comment and leave a heart and give you some information. But ultimately, we got to have more people subscribe. So when the video is being pushed out, we have a bigger audience. And then the analytics, because there's so many people on, will push it out to more people who want to drive, because a lot of my videos are now being searched and they'll come on your feed. And if you don't click it, it'll come on again. And then the algorithm would say this viewer is not interested. So it's really got to be high interest. It's got to be a good title or a good thumbnail or a combination of. And if you watch it a few minutes, then you're going to get more. And then you're going to get my older stuff. Then you're going to get my newer stuff. And then you're going to get a mixture of shorts, classroom, and car. And then you'll get to where I'm going live now. So it's a process, but you have to make good content for people who really want to watch to learn how to drive. So I just wanted to talk to all of you. Look at the stand store, sign up for a coaching call. We had 3 people download digital products. I had one coaching call, someone from New York, and I need more people to sign up for a coaching call. And if you're serious, you will, and then we'll help you obtain your license, give you a pathway. I think that's the biggest thing for all of you is, how do I get my license? What do I do? What is the process? So I want to say thank you. And I got to take the car back to corporate. And then I will be going live tomorrow, probably early afternoon or early evening. I'm off for the next 2 days. I'll be making some more digital products, putting those online, and then I'll go live maybe before lunch, after lunch, or mid-evening, and then we'll talk about driver's education, and then we'll share out some of these other actual products that I have, and we'll go over the road test with you. I think that's important. And if I bring you value, you're like, man, this is worth it. Okay, guys, ladies, I will talk to you later. Bye.